more importantly, there are many, many tourists who have simply disappeared in that
Yeah.
cave. So do you know there's a cave system in Vietnam? There's a huge, huge cave. Just tell me if I freeze because I've gone into another website. There's a huge cave there called the Hang Son Doong Cave, and it's that massive cave that basically has like rainforest on the inside of it. It's absolutely huge, right? So the Hang Son Doong, it translates to mountain river cave, literally ecosystem within the grotto of this cave in Vietnam, right? It was discovered accidentally by a local man in the 1990s while he was visiting the jungles in central Vietnam. It's so massive that it's at least 6.5 kilometers long. An entire New York City block can fit inside it. But the thing that really got me was the stories from the locals and then the stories from the US government or the military boys that were over there in the American War, aka Vietnam War, right? Basically the thing that they kind of discovered was in 1994, the river that goes through the cave basically sinks into an enclosed valley with no way to get out, right? But there must be a way of getting out. There was no way that they could figure out that this water goes anywhere. So I was kind of like, okay, then well, where does all the water go? There must be caving systems, right? But then it kind of got me onto the idea that, reptilians living in caves and this sort of stuff. So the legend goes that this 3 million year old subterranean realm basically has local residents on edge, and they simply will not go to the cave at all because they believe that something dwells within it. So the locals describe seeing reptilian type humanoid beings emerging from the cave, and they believe that they actually live deep inside this cave. It says, interestingly, these reptilian type humanoid beings are similar to the seraphim or a winged serpent, and underground world would be, rumored to exist by the US soldiers. So the story that goes with the US soldiers was basically they stumbled upon, I'm just going to come back to my page here. They stumbled upon this cave before it was kind of tourist and found back in the 1990s. So when they were there for the Vietnam War, they essentially were like kind of walking around the jungle, unaware that this cave was behind them. And then all of a sudden they saw this reptilian being standing